Ordinarily, I would save this file, but because you weren't working along, I'm just going to close it. But if I were to save it, I would not just save. I wouldn't just save because this file's never been saved. I would save to cloud as, and then go ahead and name it and save it to the cloud. But for right now, I don't need that. And I'm just going to click on Don't Save. You know, Gravit warns you. Are you sure you want to do this? Yeah. So we want to make a new tile, but I don't want to work on something I've already saved. I'm going to go ahead and close that because it's been saved. It's in the cloud. And I'm going to open up a new document, and this time instead of HD, we're going to work at 400. And 400 by 400 pixels is not a magic number, but it is something that's used quite often to make patterns. And, you know, is it tradition? Is it the only size? No, you can make patterns out of rectangles. You can make patterns out of different shapes. But for right now, I want you to understand that we're working at 400 by 400. Okay? And then why don't we save this? You know, and you're working along. I want you to have a 400 by 400 tile, and I'm going to hit Command plus a couple times. You can hit Control plus. You can click on this little icon in order to zoom in. You can hit Control 2 to get to 200%. However you want to do it. But I want this open, and I want you to save to the cloud as. Okay? And here, I'm going to name this pattern tile 02. Okay? And you can name yours 01. It doesn't matter. But give it a name that makes sense. This is a tile we're going to be making a pattern out of. If for some reason you're watching this video and you have not opened up a 400 by 400 pixel document in order to work with, stop the video right now, back it up, and work along. I want you to work along step by step right with me. Pause the video, jump over to Gravit, complete it. Some people say, well, I like to watch the whole video and then try to do it from memory. If you have perfect recollection, go ahead. But if you say, Scotchko, it didn't work, no, it does work because we're doing the exact same thing. Got it? So I really need you to be working along with this. Now, with this blank document, come over here. If you're not on libraries, if you're on layers, click on libraries. And then click on illustrations. This one right here. And then change all to realistic. Then the 5 elements we're going to use are right here. The beach ball, the Coke can, the mask, the flippers, and the life preserver. What we do is just click and drag that ball out there. Click and drag the mask, click and drag the can, the flippers, and the life preserver. Now, the first thing I said was, that is one big Coke can, because Coke cans aren't the same size as a beach ball. So click once on it to select that Coke can, and then resize it. Now, is a Coke can that shape? This is what beginners do, and it drives me crazy. I'm going to undo with Command Z. Control Z, it should be under, I never go up here, so undo, modify group. So it's Command Z for me, it'll be Control Z for you. I'm not going to go up here. I'm going to use Command Z all the time. And then I'm going to resize this, but this time I'm going to hold down Shift so that I can't change the aspect ratio. And then I let go of the mouse. I'm still holding down Shift. Now I can let go of Shift. If I let go of Shift and the mouse at the same time, and Shift comes off a fraction of a second before I let go, it's going to be a misshapen circle again. So I need you to understand, I don't want you to be squishing and stretching things. especially when we're working with images. Okay, the one thing I didn't do is this is a little small in the other one. I'm going to make this a little larger. And again, what am I going to hold down? Shift, just to make that a little larger. And then I'm going to let go of the mouse before I let go of Shift. And then we're going to put our elements kind of where we want them to go. But notice how big these things are? They're too big. So I'm going to click and drag from out here in order to make a rectangle around everything, and that selects everything there. And then I can grab a corner and resize. And again, what key do I hold down? Shift, yes. And we make these a little smaller. And we have something like this. Now we're going to position them. This isn't going to be the final position. We're just going to put them into place, and we're going to have to nudge things around. We're going to come back in the next video and do more to perfect our design. But for right now, we're just interested in getting things approximately where we want them to be. I'm going to make these just a touch larger too. I'm going to hold down Shift again, let go of the mouse first, and then, yeah, we still need to work on this, and we'll come back in the next video to position, nudge, duplicate, and reposition perfectly so that the ball that's repeated on this side will match exactly, and you won't be able to see where they got seamed together in the tile.